The federal government has described as wasteful 200 million naira being spent annually on rent for headquarters of the Niger Delta Development Commission in Port Harcourt. The Minister of Niger Delta Affairs frowned at the development this Thursday during the inauguration of the Presidential Monitoring Committee of Niger Delta Development Commission. Clearview TV Ridwan Obara has more.
The Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, expressed concern that after 19 years, the head office of the Nddc in Port Harcourt requires only 26 million for it to be connected to the national grid, but yet not connected to the national grid. According to him, who was the immediate governor of Akwa Ibom, the head office is on rent. They are paying over 200 million a year on rent, and yet they have a permanent head office building that they started construction in 1996.
So the monitoring committee, you have a lot of work to do. If what we are hearing is true, the Nddc is saying they have about 9,000 projects that are not completed. It means you have to monitor the 9,000 projects. It means you have to visit many of them. But I can tell you a very small one, that the head office of the Nddc, located in Port Harcourt, in 19 years, it requires only 26 million naira for it to be connected to the national grid. But as I speak with you now, they are not yet connected to the national grid. They are using generators. And even that head office, they are on rent. They are paying over 200 million a year on rent. And yet they have a head office, a permanent head office building that they started construction in 1996 under the days of Ampadek. And 23 years after, they are still in a rented property that is not connected to the national grid. Because if you connect it to the national grid, it means somebody will no longer supply diesel. So it is important for somebody to supply diesel in order to make money, while the situation is
The minister urged the committee to monitor the supposedly 12,000 abandoned projects in Niger Delta. He said the monitoring committee has a lot of work to do and drew the attention of the committee to when the Federal Executive Council recently approved the lead foreign consultant to audit the Nddc from year 2010 to 2019. The minister maintained that the exercise is not meant to witch hunt anyone or organization, but to ensure value for the huge commitments made so far in the Niger Delta region through the Nddc.
And I think this is part of why I made me the chairman of the Presidential Monitoring Committee in order to ensure synergy of activities. Over the years, substantial funds have been committed by past administrations, corporate bodies and stakeholders, and on all partners towards funding the Nddc for the development of that region. If what we are hearing is true, that in reality they actually have over 12,000 abandoned projects, then we have to look at all of those. They have selected the development of the Niger Delta region as contained in the 2029-2023 ministerial mandate and scope of responsibilities assigned to be achieved by the President and management of the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs. In specific terms, we have already commenced the process of harmonizing and coordinating the implementation of the Niger Delta Action Plan and the Niger Delta Regional Development Plan.
The minister encouraged the members to work hard and noted that the ministry is committed to harmonize and cooperate the implementations of the Niger Delta Action Plan, supervise and control the activities of the Nddc by the minister, and also develop a security framework for participatory incident reporting and strengthening the rural and urban security in the region. Ridwan Obara, reporting for Clearview Television.